Omaha, Nebraska. I'll be there March 29th and 30th at the Funny Bone. Columbus, Ohio, I'm headed your way Friday, April 12th and Saturday, April 13th. Toledo, Ohio, the Live and Alive tour is headed your way. I'll be there Friday, April 26th and Saturday, April 27th. Los Angeles, Sunday, May 12th, I'll be at the Bourbon Room for my show during the Netflix is a Joke Fest. Miami, Florida, I'm bringing the Live and Alive tour your way. I'll be at the Miami Improv Friday, June 7th and Saturday, June 8th. Get your tickets now. All tickets are available at RyanSickler.com.
The HoneyDew with Ryan Sickler.
Welcome back to the HoneyDew, y'all. We're over here doing it in the Night Pants Studios. I'm Ryan Sickler, RyanSickler.com, Ryan Sickler on all your social medias. And I'm going to start this episode like I start them all by saying thank you. Thank you for supporting this show. Anything I do, the special, the way back, all of it. Subscribe, rate, review, do all those things that help, that are free. And you guys, I love my life. I love my job, and I appreciate you guys supporting the hell out of me. Come see me on tour if I'm in your town. When you're around, all tickets on my website at RyanSickler.com. All right. Check out that Patreon. $5 a month. It's the HoneyDew with y'all. It's nothing. Like my guest over here said, it's a cup of coffee.
It's a cup of coffee. Not even anymore.
Hundreds of hours.
Less.
You're right. You're right.
This damn inflation.
Kept it $5 since the get-go, and it's still $5, and it's your story. So, hey, if you have any stories that have to be heard, please email us at honeydewpodcast@gmail.com. All right, that's it. We're going to get into it now. You know what we do here. We highlight the lowlights. I always say these are the stories behind the storytellers. Very excited to have this guest back on the HoneyDew. Ladies and gentlemen, Ari Shaffir, welcome back to the HoneyDew.
Yo, dog. How you doing?
Please promote everything now.
How's
Get
your
it up
special?
there.
What's it up to now?
Man, that's nice you to ask. It was 810,000.
Damn, that's so much.
But
yeah,
at 550, they pulled it. They flagged me and demonetized me. So
from being from Maryland?
Yep, for being from Maryland.
Mother Fs.
And because of that, still there's been 300-some thousand that have gone to find it, which is amazing. My goal is 1 million.
Wow.
I don't get paid for it anymore. It's been long gone.
Yeah.
That's long gone.
But people are seeing it.
But people
worked hard on it. It's great.
Thank you. Thank you for your support of it.
Yeah, buddy.
Please talk about everything you'd like to promote.
I have an ongoing tour, the Wrong Side of History tour. I'll be all over the place, trying to set the record for shows in Denver, Colorado.
Are you really?
In March, yeah. I'm doing 2 weeks there.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What's the record?
I don't know. 8.
Have you done the research on the record?
I think I might have the record already, but we'll see. Yeah. But yeah, everyone's got go to the other place. I'm like, nah, I like that place. And I got a new podcast, travel podcast called You Be Trippin.
That's good. I like that.
That's Sal's idea.
That hasn't been taken yet. You Be Trippin. I can't believe it. That's fucking great.
Yeah, thanks.
That was Sal. I love it. You Be Trippin.
Yeah. It was his idea. I was trying to run him by ideas, and he came up with that. I'm like, that's it. That's the one. Yeah, I'm excited.
But you say
we
were talking before. You stopped your old podcast.
Stopped my old podcast.
So it's not like a new in addition.
Felt like a job. No, the old one's done. You're probably doing better, overlapping. That helps promote one when you have one. Yeah, I like my freedom. So I was just like, I'm out. It was great for a while. Nothing to do. But I'm back. Yeah, I like this one. I really like hearing people's travel stories. Yeah. I like hearing what people got into when they were gone, especially the far off places. Yeah, I just like, that's what it is in like a hostel. You just sit there and talk and everybody has their story. You're just like, whoa. And the next person goes, like, whoa. It makes you want to go to those places.
See, I'm the opposite. I don't.
You like home?
Here's the thing. I love the stories. Yeah. I definitely want to hear your story. I don't think I want to sit in the hostel and hear it with you. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. You just got to get used to those.
I'd rather be in the bar or something like that and hear your story. But yeah, because I stayed. So wait, let's go back to this first.
Yeah.
Let's talk about travel as a kid. Did you travel as a child at all? Did you guys do family vacations?
We went to Israel, like for Passover every year.
Every year.
Pretty much.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Visit the grandparents.
But did you travel around the U.S.? Did you guys go to Florida, Disney? Did you go to the Grand Canyon?
We did go to Disney once. Me and my sister went to Disney once.
How old were you?
I was clear on my dick, if you know what I mean. I know that. So it was 10,
right around 6th grade,
10 or something like that, 11.
Clear on my dick.
Dude, I was dancing in front of my sister. I had my pants off, and I was just like shaking my dick at her. Like, I don't know why, just shaking my dick at her. She's like, stop. And then she just got this smile. And I was like, what's going on? And my grandfather just
Nah.
He saw what I was doing. He's like, what the fuck?
Your grandfather slapped your dick?
This old Omaha. Not my dick, my head. Yeah. He's like,
I thought he swatted your
get that big city shit out of here.
Big city.
Yeah. He was raised in Omaha. He was like, I don't know what they're teaching you up there, but no.
Oh, shit. But wait, when you say you and your sister, your parents didn't go to Disney?
No, they sent us to Epcot with my aunt and my grandmother. We all went.
Right, not just the two of you.
Yeah, my grandpa had to work. But yeah, because they were like retired already in Florida. Damn, that was a fun trip.
Why?
Epcot, when you're a kid, it's wild. You eat, well, you couldn't really eat that stuff. But like, yeah, you just visit the whole world. What was that mascot they had?
I'm sitting here literally thinking that
what was that mascot?
Dragon.
Yeah.
Little purple dragon, that thing.
What was that mascot? And he was everywhere. It was like, not Gizmo. It was something like that. Damn.
Find out what that mascot
What that was.
Epcot
He
is.
was the mascot of Epcot.
Little mini dragon.
And then they had the thing
shit.
where you like pose in a picture and they shoot radiation at you until it like leaves a mark on the wall. They're like, looking back, it was highly unsafe. It would like slowly fade. What was that mask? God, I want to know what that was.
I only went to Disney World once. No, 2 times I think we went. And I don't remember like. That's the thing. You take your kids. Figment. That's it. Figment. That
is the mascot of imagination.
Is it still?
I hope
so.
so.
Why get rid of figment of your imagination? I just put that together, right?
Yeah. Figment of my. Oh yeah. Why would he be called Figment? Because of that, right? I got it.
I'm just locking that in right now, dude.
As you say so. I just found the Doobie Brothers about weed. Yeah. Rogan was like, Doobie Brothers. I'm like, what? No, they're like a nice band. They're like, Doobie. I'm like, damn it. Yep.
Yeah, bro.
For sure.
What would you do then? Where would you go? Just Israel once a year, and you weren't a vacation family?
We go skiing in the Smoky Mountains. Yeah, and then, but no, not really. I didn't really start traveling. I didn't view Israel as travel, really.
Yeah.
You know, as a kid, you just like it's just visiting your grandparents.
So I was gonna say you have family there.
Yeah. I didn't know. It's like later people ask me, like, you been anywhere? I'm like, no. I'm like, didn't you live in Israel for 2 years? I'm like, oh, I guess. That doesn't count. Like, why doesn't living in Asia count? Israel's in Asia.
Yeah.
People don't know that.
That is in Asia.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm part Asian.
I feel the same way.
Guys, stop Asian hate out there.
A little bit about
people are really,
really
barely got through. So help us out. Just stop that Asian hate.
I feel that way about DC. You know, people. Well, when I'm out here, people are like, "You been to DC?" And I'm like,
"Yeah,
every year." But what I'm saying is, every year through middle school.
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Oh, we are pretty lucky that we lived right there." Some people have never been. So I'm saying for you, Israel was like this thing when you're like, "Oh shit." When you look back, like,
you go up to Masada where they like had that it's this mountain. They had a last stand against the Romans. I think an old Roman emperor built it, and then they went up there and like they just like put a last stand in. They couldn't get up there. They just kept throwing rocks down and getting rock slides at them until they started using Jews as human shields. And then the Jews like, I didn't consider that.
Is that right?
Then they all took poison.
Is that?
Yeah, they got up there. Everybody's dead.
That's history?
Yeah.
They were using you as human shields?
Yeah. They're like, they keep throwing these rocks down. What are we going to do? It's like, let's put Jews in front of us. They'll have some level of like, can't kill another Jew. Romans, though, piece of. You think we forgot about Masada? We didn't.
We did. So what's young Ari Shaffir getting into in high school and shit then? Like, are
playing
you
ball
rolling with your friends?
Yeah, playing ball, trying to keep Shabbos.
Basketball?
Playing basketball, yeah. I was in the basketball team, sixth man of the year.
So were you?
Yeah.
Off the bench?
JDS, yeah.
So You say trying to keep Shabbos.
Won a title, middle school title.
Did you?
PVAC.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it was us, another Jewish school, a deaf school, Sidwell Friends. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Dude,
it was full on. It was full on like the dregs. It was table 8 or whatever it is. Yeah. And when the deaf
I always say, be the best wherever you are. Wherever you are, man.
They told when they blew a whistle, because the deaf kids would keep going. They'd keep going. They go hard too, because they don't have full, our chart strength, but they have like a bit of it. So you don't want them to go hard if you're not playing. So blew a whistle, everyone have to stamp on the ground.
Oh,
and they'd be like, "Oh, okay, I get it. I'll stop."
That's what you
feel
do,
the vibration. Yeah, Gallaudet.
Yeah, my cousin went to Gallaudet in DC.
In college.
Yeah,
they had a high school.
Yeah. Oh, they had high school too.
They had a high school.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My cousin is deaf. One of them. Well, 3 of them actually. And she's got. She goes, "Come back to my bedroom," and she's like, "Lay on my bed."
What? And
it starts vibrating. I'm like, "What the fuck are you showing me this for? Like, you some kind of freak?" And she's like, "Listen, you piece of shit." She's deaf, so that's her doorbell. So if she's ever in bed without her hearing aid, she'll tell me. Like, we've all hung out before, and she'll be like, "Anybody want to say anything before I go to bed?"
Oh,
she'll take them
really?
off. Yeah.
What a power!
You ain't hearing shit.
What a power!
I still think she hears whatever we say about her.
She just gets to
But
ignore
her
it.
bed, if someone's at the door, it'll vibrate to let her know someone's ringing her doorbell at the door. And I was like, whoa, shit like that.
What if someone's like, you know what I mean, ringing that doorbell?
That doorbell's been rung,
yeah.
bro. We also, one time, you're making me think of this, in high school soccer, we played Damascus. Do you remember Damascus High School? Play them, and there was a kid with an arm gone at the elbow. Right.
From what? Birth or
I don't know. We didn't get into it.
Yeah.
But what he would do is he would fucking run by you, and he would fucking like use it. He could fucking swing that thing and it would hit you in the back like a club.
Oh, but yeah.
You go down
all
like,
muscle.
What the fuck? Like it's just from here up. And he was so aggressive with it. And he was a dick. And you don't want to fuck this guy up, but he was but he was such an arrogant asshole, and he's just banging all of us. The ref's calling, he's banging him. So we end up winning by like 1 goal. It was a tight game. It was a lot of fucking aggression and shit. And we lined up to shake hands. We lined up on the side. He didn't have an arm and made that motherfucker reach over and give
tap.
Nah, he had to do that. Fuck you, dude. Well, you also, I want to talk about this too. You also told me about the Lady Terps.
Yeah.
So I know one of my favorite things, you're a Terp. I wanted to go to Maryland, but they didn't have a communications program. They got rid of it. So I went to Towson.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to be a Terp.
Yeah, my first girlfriend would live right by Towson.
What was your major at Maryland?
English, with a minor in films or a focus in films.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were at Dorchester, which was right across the street from Coalfield House.
What years were you there?
Like 74, 75. Yeah, it's getting my friends. I'll just beat you to it. When was I there?
90 what? Yeah, it's in the 90s.
I graduated in 99.
99, okay.
So I think 94 to 99.
So you were there when the Terps were good. 2000s
they won a title right after.
Yeah. Juan Dixon,
and I knew those guys.
Steve Blake.
Yeah. I ran into Steve Blake the next year.
Did you?
Yeah. At the practice gym.
He had of all those dudes, he had a very successful NBA career.
Yeah. It might have been the most. Because what's his name? The Phenom.
Juan Dixon was
Steve
Wizards
Francis,
and gone. Stevie franchise.
Played for a little bit. And then who's Joe Smith? Who was like, what the fuck? This kid came out of nowhere. Never really made it in the NBA.
No.
And then the most successful
one of the Terps is a Harlem Globetrotter.
He might be the most successful. He's still playing. He's in a wheelchair out there playing now, popping it off his chair.
But Steve Blake, shout out to Steve Blake,
great defense.
Played for the Lakers.
I think the Lakers won a title.
Yeah,
he hit that shot against Denver that sent him over the.
Was that him?
Yeah, he hit some good big shots.
Stevie Blake,
and no one thought he could.
Quietly, fucking great player in the NBA.
You didn't think he was good until you heard him talk. And you're like, oh, you might be good. You've got that twang.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in Dorchester and one day somebody was like, hey, they're looking for new dudes. And we're like, what do you mean? Me, my friend Brian Manning, I think Jesse Cooper. And they're like, they need guys to bang against. They don't have any guys. This is what I said. Like Pat Summitt, the Tennessee coach, Hall of Fame coach, she started it. She was like, if I have a 6'9" woman on the team, she's got no one to practice against. On the boys team, you got a freshman to practice against who's your height. and a sophomore who's your height. If you're the girls team, if you're 6'9", that's why you're there. You're the tallest one, maybe in the conference. And so you got no one. So let's get a 6'9" dude in there. So that's what I did. 3 days a week. I practiced with the Lady Terps.
I can't believe I've never heard.
Dude, I still have a pair of shorts that I have from them. Yeah, it was so fucking cool. We'd show up. Who was the coach? Coach Weller, Chris Weller. She might have been in the Hall of Fame too. Maybe not though. They were good though. For a while, they were good. And we'd show up and we'd bang. And at first, you take a real light on them because they're girls. And then they'd hit you. They'd hit you. And they have those armbands. Yeah. And I think they would shave off some of the metal so it could like stick you. And once they hit you, yeah. And you're like, all right, bitch, let's fucking go then. You want to go. And then you backing them down, Oh, yeah. And they're like, now we got somebody. And it's fucking, and they'd win most of those battles. But I held my own. Dude, they get so mad. If you miss a layup in a scrimmage, like, we're trying to fucking win, man. What the fuck you doing? And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
Tanisha.
Wait, hold on. Stop.
That was some of the best days of my life.
Wait, it's not boys against girls. You're also mixed in with some ladies on the team. And if you fuck
sometimes.
up there on your ass.
Yeah, they're like, we're trying to fucking win a scrimmage, bro. Because everyone else got to do push-ups.
5-on-5 guys.
A lot of times, no. But a lot of times, no. It was great.
And they're clowning your shit.
Yeah. Oh, and then the girl, the guards, who I'd guard sometimes, they're like 5'7", 5'8". You try to block one of their shots, you just go forward, because they had these shots that get over your arm. I'm 6'3". I'm way taller than most guys. 6'3" is like a power forward in women's.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, are you matched up side, or are you getting to 6'9" too?
Yeah, Branka Bogonovic. She was 6'9", 6'10".
Where? Where's she from?
From the Czech Republic.
Yeah,
I think it was still Czechoslovakia.
And she was 6'9", but was she skinny or was she like Shaq? Had size to that 6'9"?
From far away, she looked like a normal woman, a normal hot woman. From up close, she looked like a monster.
Yeah.
She was so big.
Like 6'9". Muscle.
But just, thick, but like in proportion.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Proportionate.
Yeah, so far away, you're like, that
my
just looks like a cute.
6'5", but he's like 110 pounds,
Oh, right. Yeah, no. She was suicide. She would run suicides, suicides, up, down, far, up. And it looked like she was walking. And she was like, I'm pushing it. And she would go her fastest.
Gliding
she was just like, she just couldn't move. She was so fucking slow. I wanted to fuck her so bad. Because she said her dad was 6'9" and her mom was 6'3", and I'm like, that's us. That's us. We figured it out. She'd have to be on top. She'd have to be riding me, because I wouldn't be able to even kiss her if I was like missionary. I'd be like, her face would be here. Like,
okay, you're 6'3".
Yeah.
Where would your eye line be on her? Like her neck?
Yeah, about her neck. 6 inches taller than me.
Still so much more.
Like this much.
A lot.
Yeah, right. Maybe right at her mouth. Her big fucking Czech mouth. Branka, I want to kiss you so bad. Kiss all over you. Yeah, I had a crush on a girl at the team, Michelle something.
Did you ever hook up with anybody on the team?
I was such a fucking pussy. I just danced around it all the time. I wanted to. They had groupies too.
Did they? They had male groupies?
No.
Or female groupies?
Female groupies.
Really?
Yeah, and some of them went both way groupies. Yeah. Male team, female team.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah, like the same ones would show up.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
So the same lady's going to bang Juan Dixon and the Czech lady? Yeah.
But if you're after the Czech lady, you're not going to trap them into a pregnancy. You're not going to be like, it's yours. Like, I guarantee it's not. Yeah, no abortions to pay for if you're an agent. I tried to go in. I tried to play once. The coach was like, no way. I'm like, come on. I had long hair.
Oh, you want to try to get in the game?
I was like, let me play garbage minutes. Not real minutes, Ryan. Not real minutes. I don't want to change the outcome of the game. Yeah, no. I just want to get an NCAA
just a body on the floor, yeah.
Yeah.
I got lucky, man.
You played girls?
No.
You played girls college?
I went to the Laker game recently, courtside. Yeah. I got lucky, yeah. My agent hit me up and was like, you want to go?
Tickets, bro.
But he got it from the lady that runs the Staples. Like, it's like the Laker seats or whatever, you know? And I was like, are we on the floor? He's like, we're on the floor. I was like, wow. No way. And I'm sitting there.
So no one's in front of you?
Nobody. My feet, I took a picture. My feet are touching nobody.
Wow.
And the ball bounces right to it. And I was like, that's what I did. I was like, here it comes. And I got it. And the ref looks up and I just fucking chest passed it to him. And he said, thank you. And I told my daughter, I said, I'm telling your kids I got an assist in the NBA. Okay. That's as close
You were
as
looking
I
for
ever
like, nice pass. You were looking for that. You got all the form. You even did that with the hands out.
Yeah.
You weren't even like.
Chest to chest, bro. From seated. I was seated.
Wow. Wow. Dude, those agent tickets are wild. Those hookup tickets.
Never seen anything like that in my life. That's a bucket list thing. That's crazy. Go courtside anywhere.
Courtside, I've never been.
At a Laker game.
That's
Floyd Mayweather's right down
no
here.
Way.
Oh, yeah.
You bigger than him?
Told size? Yeah. He's
wow.
When he walks by, you do. There's a thing in your head as a male ego where you're like, I think I could take it. I think I can take it.
I just look sizing him up. Like, no way. Unless you're really good at striking.
I'm still thinking about it. He's already landed 3 on my face and I'm falling down the ground. Like, what happened?
Yeah. Wait. Did you have a friend?
His jewelry. I was telling Segura, if I was a player, I'd be like, you got to ask him to take that watch off. It is so fucking blingy.
Really?
When you look over there. And the other thing I can't get over is you're right on that fucking floor.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know how anyone doesn't. Yeah. 6 foot. You could spill your soda
especially
right there.
Some ditzy fucking Instagram influencers who are just like, oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, spills. Oh yeah.
Spills, a slip, boom. I can't believe you're allowed to be that close to the players and risk their health. That's wild to me.
I did it at UFC once. I went to get popcorn. I came back. One time I got Goldie and Rogan. I got them hot dogs. I was like, you know what? Let me hook these guys up. And they give you these great seats right behind them. You guys want hot dogs? Like, yeah.
Weren't you making out with somebody? Was that you?
Duncan.
It was.
Yeah. We realized the camera was like through at us. So Duncan's like, we were doing Illuminati signs first. And then Duncan was like, people think already think he's in the Illuminati. So we just kept doing this every time. It was, and then we'd do these, like a double, and then he'd complete the Illuminati. Because people were like, I knew it. And then at some point, I think Frosty was like, well, you guys got to kiss. And we're like, yeah. Damn it.
Yeah.
And as soon as there was some boring wrestling, Duncan's like, we're on. He was looking at the screens. And we just started fighting. There was a headline. Two bored bearded dudes make out at a UFC. Yeah, a UFC game.
That's great.
Yeah, it was fun. You have to use your tongue, Duncan.
Bearded dudes. So you would go out
so I went, I got some popcorn once.
Oh, wait, sorry, go ahead.
And I came back and I was just eating it and I jumped up and I just spilled it everywhere where the fighters are walking in. And I was like, fuck. That's what you're saying with those girls. I'm surprised they don't. They're like, don't worry about it. I'm like, what do you mean? There's popcorn everywhere. It's going to, I just.
LeBron's going to tear his ACL on that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 3 days a week. I'd practice with them.
And it's like, I imagine that's a real workout, though.
It is a real workout.
They're not going easy on you.
Nuh-uh. Sometimes they would just do like drills or like they go over stuff. You'd be sitting waiting. It was cool though, shooting baskets on Cole Fieldhouse.
I bet.
You know, Jerry Stackhouse was there yesterday.
Yeah, you're on the fucking court.
God damn, it was fun. And then, so one time, dude, these bring back memories like as you go, you know? So one time, me and Jesse, one of the other practice players, Liberia's finest, we were walking through the quad. We saw some guy beating up his girlfriend.
Right in the quad?
Yeah, like down there in the North Hill, I think. And we're like, oh, let's do something about it. Jesse was strong as shit, so I have him on my back. One time we heard somebody use the N-word, and I was me and like 6 black guys, and that's when I'd be like, no, fuck that, let's do something. Just like, as long as I got protection.
Yeah.
If it was just me, I'd be like, they shouldn't have said that.
Guys, I'm sorry.
But yeah, we're like, we gotta, no, you can't do that. And then we got up there, and it was one of the girls from the basketball team beating up her girlfriend.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I'll just make up a name. We're like, Betsy, how you doing? We just walked on. We're like, I don't know how to handle this. I don't know my responsibility on this one. I was like, enjoy your evening, ladies.
Enjoy your evening. I wouldn't know what to do either. That's a domestic.
I was like, oh, fine then.
Dude, one time, now you make me think of this. One time I was working as a writer for I was a freelance writer and I was hired to do like a sizzle reel for the TV Guide channel.
Yeah.
And at the time, their offices were in Hollywood and Highland, right where all the fucking freak superheroes are. You know what I'm talking about? They all stand out front.
They're painting their fingers. Their gloves are torn, so they just paint their fingers red.
Yes. I'll tell you another story about Spider-Man. I'll tell you about Spider-Man in a second. So I used to go out and just steal a smoke on the sidewalk because I'm on the Highland side, right before it, where the Lucky Bowl was over there.
Okay.
There's just a little stairwell. Let's go out there, but it's right across from this Burger King. By the way, that Burger King, the smell that thing put out, I think I've eaten at a Burger King twice in my life since then.
Well, I was over it.
Just the smell that thing cranked out. And I was like, oh, I can't. Every day I'm smelling it. So there was one lady who was Shrek's girlfriend, Fiona or whatever.
Fiona, nice.
And then there was, I think, Snow White. And they were like a lesbian couple. And this was their gig. Dude, I come down the stairs one day and they're going at it. I didn't have a video camera on my cell phone back then.
But it is.
Going at it.
No.
And they're fucking pushing each other and shit and screaming, fuck you, bitch.
In the outfits?
Yeah, in the outfits on Highland, on the side, in the stairwell. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here right now. And they're going at it. And I'm like, oh, this is beyond. Because I would see some of them, like a Superman would come up to another Superman and be like, yo, this is my fucking street.
Yeah.
This is a lover's quarrel in Fiona and Snow White going. And shitty Fiona and Snow White, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're going at it. And I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Wow, it looks so weird. That's my favorite thing about Halloween is seeing couples in costumes fighting.
Yeah.
But like, so Superman's fighting with like slutty Wonder Woman.
You
know?
Yeah.
Well, she's already slutty. But yeah, one time we were in New Orleans. We're going on the Joker's cruise. So the day before we were all partying. And we saw two of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fighting, boyfriend, girlfriend.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Fuck you. And but it's like you don't take your thing off. But it's like, dude, when you're with a girl or with a boy, it just happens. It doesn't matter. It just happens. And Luis Gomez was with us, and he was Donatello. And it was like, Luis, do something. Yeah. And he went in there. It was like, guys, and he's trying to do things. He's like, we can't be fighting. What are we doing? And they looked up like, haha. And then there was like, seriously, let's get. And the guy's like, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm not. We're trying to have a fucking fight. You haven't been here this whole relationship.
Oh man, one time I worked for I'll say one of the worst jobs I've ever had.
Really?
Garbage. And it was just a factory. The turnover in that department I was in was unreal.
Yeah. Like
a dozen of us all left at the same time, and 6 of us went to the same job at another place. But they wanted us to do a bit where the whole gag was go out to Hollywood Boulevard and get Spider-Man. Specifically, it was Spider-Man. And then shoot like some interstitials with him. Like he was sort of normal. Like he couldn't use his superpowers. So they wanted us to film him like walking across the street with his fucking luggage and just climbing a tree and shit like this. So, these guys, we go meet this guy. He's basically homeless, but he's basically because
they're putting their arms on people and they have no idea. Like, this is kind of a homeless.
You're gonna make me gag thinking about this. He's staying at like a motel day rate around the corner, and he just walks in his Spider-Man
with his hooker girlfriend.
He's got dress shoes on in the outfit, like pulled up over the outfit. He's got diarrhea stains all in the back of this fucking suit. It's disgusting. He stinks. He's got like it's stained. His mask is bad. And he's standing out there and he's doing shit like this. So we're working with this guy for like 2 or 3 hours. We pay him a few $100s, right? Okay. It was a good day for him. Because we know the argument is you're pulling me away from what fine, you're right. So we're going to pay you more than you would make that day, which we do. And he's crazy. He's like, I'll climb that tree for you over there. We're like, great. And that's when he gets up there. I'm making the PA. The PA's pushing him, and he's looking at the diarrhea stage. He's just helping the guy get up. And then, of course, he's a hustler. So a day later, I had given him as a gag, the producer that wasn't there, the guy we didn't like, I gave him his card. I go, if you need anything, this is who you want to talk to if you need the footage or whatever. And he starts harassing that guy, saying that he ripped his suit, getting up and doing all this shit for us. So he wants them to buy him a new suit.
That's his chance to get a new suit.
He knew it.
He's been milking this old suit for so long.
He's been shitting in it for so long.
Shitting in it. I need a new shit suit.
And he's like, I can get a new fucking suit. And he Listen, I left. That guy called every fucking day. The guy would let us know, call me again. I'm like, get him a new suit, dude. Get him a new suit.
I love a crazy Hollywood dude.
Did you know nearly 75% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about? Between streaming services, fitness apps, and delivery services, it's never ending. Free trials start to add up when you forget to cancel it on time. Thanks to Rocket Money, there's no more wasting money on forgotten subscriptions. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills. With Rocket Money, I have full control over my subscriptions and a clear view of my expenses. I can see all of my subscriptions in one place, and if I see something I don't want, Rocket Money can help me cancel it with a few taps. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate to lower your bills for you by up to 20%. All you have to do is submit a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has helped save its members an average of $720 a year with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/honeydew. That's rocketmoney.com/honeydew. rocketmoney.com/honeydew. Whether you hydrate to live or live to hydrate, Liquid IV quenches your thirst faster than water alone. With 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness, all in a single sugar-free stick. All right, better weather means you're out and about, making it even more important to stay hydrated. You know we keep Liquid IV here at the studio and give them out. Matter of fact, we just had somebody come in the other day, took that bottle of water, right in. I was like, that's what we're talking about. 1 stick plus 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. It's got 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, no artificial sweeteners, 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness, plus non-GMO and free from gluten, dairy, and soy. However you hydrate, grab your Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier sugar-free in bulk nationwide at Costco, or get 20% off your first order when you go to liquidiv.com and use code HoneyDew at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code HoneyDew at liquidiv.com. Now, let's get back to the do.
Damn, those people are nuts there. There's a special kind of crazy in Hollywood. It's a special kind of crazy because they might have wanted to be something and thought they had a chance at some point. I like those old headshots you see with all full of life and hope, and now they're not around anymore.
Gone.
And you're like, where did that smile go? That guy who's like, I'm going to make it. Like, you know, and like, when did it get beaten off you? How many people stole your roles before you like stabbed you in the back to get ahead? This city is soulless.
Amen.
I mean, I see so many people. Even in our little world, the actors that come in here, they just sell out their friends. So the moment they get in trouble, they're like, they're fucking done to me. It's like, where? Nobody sticks with their friends. There's so few Joey Diaz's and so many fucking actor fakers.
Yep. That's why I always get upset when people shit on. I'll say it again. I've said it before. Joey Diaz is a man who, the things we hear about Joey Diaz tells us there's not one person who's come forward and said, this person did this to me. He told the stories.
Right.
The man also went to prison, served his time. Prison, not jail, served his time, got out, reinvented himself, rehabilitated himself, and made himself a successful stand-up comedian. Granted, when you're an ex-con, there's only so many fields you're going to be able to go into.
You can't be a doctor.
And rise to the top, right? But the
lawyer.
man did that. Okay, all these other fucking pieces of shit, they haven't gone to prison. They haven't done anything. It's a woe is me, oh boo-hoo, I didn't know, I'm sorry. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Yeah. That man served his time. And if we're going to preach rehabilitation and let's give people a second chance,
do it.
Why are we tearing a man down who already went through the fucking system? He did it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can't say to that man that he didn't already do and serve his time. He paid his time.
And he stands by people
for what he did. That he called me while I was outside talking to him when you pulled up.
Yeah.
How you doing? Happy New Year. Checking in. Thanks for being so good to Jim Florentine. I'm like, yeah, of course. You know that shit.
In the same neighborhood now.
There's very few people like him out there.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like some people were that when they come here and they just get corrupted. It's a real weird city. You've never lived here. it's hard to like stay clean. You're at least on the side of town where it's not all Hollywood.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
I stay out.
It's so phony. They care about so little. You hear people going, oh, who showed up in a Honda? And you're like, why would that even be something you care about?
Right.
That's a nice car.
That's a reliable.
What are you talking about? It's so reliable.
It's a reliable,
it's Toyota.
dependable,
Top 2.
safe car. That's
You're a Saab. It's in a Jaguar. It's in the shop all the time. You
I
fucking
just told
dork.
my babysitter today, I'm excited to go home because I got new fucking slippers. I don't give a fuck about hanging out with anybody. I just want to do my own shit.
Who's going to be there? Who was that guy? You talk to someone at a party. I forget it. I just got back here for the first time in like a year.
Doing this and they're just looking around.
You're talking
the
to
whole
someone
time.
having a good time. And you're like, who was that guy? What does he do? Instead of like, hey, who's his friend? We should hang out again. Ugh.
How can he serve me? Yeah.
That's one reason I'm glad I stopped my podcast. I started to feel the pull of valuing someone on the amount of followers I had. And I'm like, this is deadly. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it is. It's a fine line. Like what I enjoy is that I'm at a point now where I can bring people on and give them a shot who you haven't heard of before.
Yeah, because the listeners know it's going to be a fun episode.
Right.
What a story.
God forbid. Yeah, the numbers are going to be.
You want to hear a boring story with Obama or a great story with that homeless guy?
That's right. I'm with you on that. I think regular people and we're regular people. We're not those fucking people.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
I mean, everyone's on their own path, but
talk to me about we were on vacations and traveling. So where's some of the most dangerous places you've traveled? Like, have you ever been somewhere where you're like, I might get killed here? Or have you strategically avoided those areas?
No, I mean, I'll try to like walk on the line. So Rogan and I went to like, this is not a story, but this just like sums it up. We went to Rio on a UFC ticket. Mm-hmm. And they were like, hey, there's kidnappings. Don't go anywhere near the favela. So Rio's all like flat. The beach is like, let's say down there. And the favela is like the mountains that start right there. And I would just like walk right next to them. I'd be like, I gotta see, just thinking they're gonna grab me and pull me in. But it's like, I want to get close. But like that kind of shit, I want to test the line. So I was in like East Timor. And they're like, careful. My half brother's in the captain in the army. And he goes, oh, you can go to Dili, the capital, but like really no further east than that.
And why? Is it because you're white?
No, there's bandits.
And what do they just think you have money and they're gonna fucking, or you
they'll
just
steal from anybody?
Yeah,
they're just roving bandits. You know, there's not much tourism there, so it's not like they're waiting for tourists. There are none.
So if you're there, you're lost.
Yeah, absolutely. So great. We're already going to steal from a local. Let's steal from this guy. He might have bills.
Yeah.
I showed somebody a 50 once in Indonesia on the bus to East Timor. And we were just talking about money. And he was like, do you have any American money? I was like, yeah, I had a 50 just in case, inside a book. And he was like, looking like, wow, just like, what the fuck? He goes, you know what I could do with this? I'm like, I know, but in my country, it's not really that much. But anyway, I'm on a motorcycle or a moped, and I'm like, okay, I'm going all the way to the east. So if this is like East Timor, Dili's here. There's an island right here, a little like all woods and stuff island. You could take fishermen a few bucks to like take you over there and say, pick me up in like 4 hours.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and I mean when you're there, you are at the end of the world.
What's on that island?
Jocko Island. Nothing.
It's
a natural reserve.
There's
they're really the only one they have.
No buildings, no nothing.
And I hiked through the jungle, got to the other side of the island.
What kind of wildlife is there?
There's probably some monkeys in there. Crocodiles are everywhere.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And saw a bunch of like crocodiles or alligators, one of those two. Like,
how long did it take you to hike across?
About an hour and a half. And then when I got through, I was just
were you by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
By yourself?
Yeah.
You got on a boat with some dude and said, take me over here and get me in 4 hours and just trusted that dude to come back.
Yeah, but also it was like
crocodile infested water. You ain't getting back if no one brings you.
Exactly.
Do you have food over there? Were you fishing?
No.
How long did you stay on the island?
Well, longer, because I think I said pick me up in 4 hours, but he heard 4 o'clock. So it's like 6 hours. And I could see the mainland. I'm like, now, come on, I'm done. Come. And they're just like, 4 o'clock, almost. But yeah, you get to the end and you're just like, this is the end of the world. This is the end of the planet. You can't see anything over there. You feel like you accomplished it because you had to like moped all the way through these small towns, learn the words to say like place to sleep. Someone will get you something. And then like, there's no hotels. There was no tourism set up. It was wild. And then I just took a dump in the water. I was like, I got naked, and then I was like, I'm going to shit and
Did you go into the water?
Yeah, up to my ankles, but
up to
I was a little
your
worried about those Crocs.
I shat in the water one time, in the water. Like we had a...
What do you mean, submerged?
Yeah. Oh, no. It's like you know how they say a natural birth underwater just comes out? That's how shit, it's clean.
Wow.
It just foops right on out. It's so we got this houseboat one year at the last minute. A bunch of us decided to go to Lake Mead, I think it was, Arizona and or Nevada, wherever the hell it was. And we got a trailer on the water, like, because everyone else had slides off the back. You know, they plan this shit out a year ahead. These people do this. We were just like, we got a fucking trailer on the water. And the bathroom, there were 10 of us. And the rule was you can pee in the toilet, but there's no shitting in that toilet. Like, we can't have that for a whole weekend. And we would dive into the water and swim, you know, away from the boat and just shit. And it was, you just swim and you're just like a fish. It was so fucking I wish I could shit underwater. That's why when you said that, I was like, isn't it great? But you just squatting. You were just squatting out there and dropping. Yeah.
But anyway, on the moped right out there, so I turned off like a bit of a main road. All the roads are destroyed because Indonesia, when they left, they were like, we're fucking up your infrastructure. And they jackhammered all the roads. So they
really?
Yeah. They were like, there was a bit of civil war to get free. I think 20% of their population got killed. There was a big massacre in a cemetery. They were all there. It was bad, but nobody cares because there's no oil. There is oil now. But anyway, so I'm going past one of these dirt roads and like I think it's up this way to go all the way down to like Malbisi. And these fucking roughnecks are there. There's these two roughnecks on motorcycles. And one had this fucking coverall and another, and they're just looking at me. One fucking ratty looking guy, almost like a switchblade guy from what is that? Roger Rabbit. He felt like that guy, you know, the fucking skeevy dude. And then just a tough dude. And then they're like, yeah, it's this way. Like, you know, miming shut it out. And then I'm like, Malbisi? And they're like, uh-huh. And I'm like, okay. And I just, right then I should have been like, no, we'll just go back on the main way. But I go, and then they passed me, and they looked at me as they passed. And then I'm like, fuck. And then so they're gone. And then I'm taking my moped. I'm still going. There are motorcycles. Everywhere I went, people were like, hey, you can't take this moped here. These aren't roads for a moped. I'm like, that's all I got. But then they'd just be sitting there smoking under a tree. And I'd pass by and they'd just be looking at me as I passed.
Wait, they would fucking go ahead of you? No.
Yeah.
Like a cartoon?
Yeah.
So they'd be gone, you'd ride, and like, there they are again.
Further and further into nothing. Dude, and then they'd come in, they'd pass me, they'd look at me further and further into nothing. And then they'd be sitting there smoking again, you know, 45 minutes later, I'd pass them, they're just looking at me. And then there was this big fucking muddy patch because it had all washed out. And everyone kind of helped each other. There was sometimes there were like trucks get caught and everybody, the local kids would whatever. They'd all yell like white at me.
No,
was it Bulai? Bulai. Yeah, I think it was that. Farang is whatever. It was just like, it was almost derogatory. Indonesia was derogatory. Lahai, I forget the name of it. Let's say Bulai. And then Bulai. And you give them high fives. The kids are like, wow, I touched one.
Yeah,
it was crazy. You like,
you
line
gotta
them
be
up,
like, there's kids' whole lives. They'll be, remember that time that white guy came on the moped?
What the fuck are we doing here? You would shut down markets if you go in there. They're just like, what the fuck, dude? There's a fucking giant ghost. Yeah. So we got this mud patch and it's covering the whole road. And usually it's like cars get stuck, but mopeds and motorcycles can go around the little edge on the side. And this one was just covered the whole thing. There's nowhere to go. And this shit is deep. And there's nowhere to go. And I catch up to them. They're sitting looking at like, how are we going to do this? And the big roughneck was like, I'll go first. The other guy never really said a word. He just kept smiling every time. And so he like picks out a route and his wheels are gone this far. And he just guns it. I had this habit of like gunning it, but also hitting the brake at the same time, panicking and doing both. So I did that. So I'm starting to spin out. I don't get the line. But the little fucking Weasley guy goes, he gets the line. I don't get the line. I put my foot down to get it. My shoe starts to come off in the mud. I have to reach down and grab it. And then I get through. Mud's fucking everywhere, up to my fucking knees. And then the fucking Weasley guy, first time, he goes, crazy. Yeah. And then he's like, knows some English. He just wasn't talking. He's like, where are you going? I'm going to Mount BC. He goes, we're going to Mount BC, this mountain. I was going to try to, I don't know, fucking hike up there.
The motorcycle guy speaks English the whole time?
Yeah, the Weasley
and he's going
one.
where you're going?
Yeah. And I was like, well, is there a place to sleep there? Like, place to sleep. I'm like, Fatum Descansa. That's how you say it in Tetum. Fatum Descansa. It's like, yeah, Fatum Descansa. And I was like, up there? Because I heard there was just like the city below. And he goes, no, Fatum Descansa. And I was like, okay. And then it's getting to be sunset. And I don't want to drive during the sunset. Like once the sun goes down, it's no way. But I'm like, I either go to the city or I go up there. And he's like, go. And then I'm like, it's out of my comfort zone. So I go up with them. Their entire family's there. It's a big Christian family. The fucking guy takes his coveralls, giant cross. They're like, come join us. It's fucking Abraham's law to invite strangers in. And they have a few people that
it's hilarious that they see you as white and they think Christian.
Yeah.
They have no idea how Jewish
they don't even know what one is. They don't even know what one is.
They're showing you like, oh, yeah. That's wild to think.
Yeah.
White is Christian.
There was like 15 of them, family reunion. They're like, sweet, we got a visitor. We can enjoy.
You showed up on a family reunion.
I didn't have clothes for up there. All I had was a poncho because it was bitter hot, then freezing cold up there. They're like, we got a spot for you. They shared their food with me. One guy was like, yeah, they were like, this is great. It's some smokes. You can't I wasn't smoking at the time, but you can't turn out a smoke if somebody gives it to you.
Especially in that situation.
They had this great natural growing coffee. The last natural wild growing coffee in the world. The Dutch, that's what they settled it. When they left, that's when Indonesia moved in. But if they're like coffee, like, no, they're like Timor coffee. Then you have to be like, yes. And it's fucking 10 a.m. By 10 p.m., I'm still a little bit wired.
No shit.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. East Timor coffee is great.
Cocaine.
It was so good.
What's
and
their
they
home
make some
like?
of that. It's not a home.
Describe. Okay.
It's not a home. I went to their home later because they're like, you got to come back to Dili when we get back there. But it was just this hut that's like available for use for people hiking. There was another group there, and they're like, "What the fuck's this? Why come eat with us?"
Oh, really?
Yeah, they made like ramen. But
so like their version of a hostel, sort of.
Yeah, it was just like an open hut, and like if you're up there, you can use
dirt
it.
Floor.
Yeah, a wood floor, but open enough. Like
right.
Breeze is getting in. A place to make a fire to kind of warm it up.
You have a bed?
No. You have a slat of wood.
Okay.
It was not a comfortable sleep. I don't sleep at all. It was freezing cold. I'm trying to put my poncho over me for some warmth. And then at 5 a.m., like, let's go. Because we got all the way up. So if this is the mountain and we're up to like, we got up to like there and we're going to watch a sunrise. So at 5 a.m., like, let's go.
And you're going all the way up
there. Ramen, just fucking raw, no hot water the whole way up. They were sharing. They were so friendly and nice. Some guys like, I'll go good here. If we had some, he's not cursing, but if we had some Jack Daniels, I'm like, that would be nice. And he's like, bam! So we're drinking whiskey. We're up there. And then we went up to the top of Mount BC and watched the sunrise. You can see all the way to Australia. It was wild.
That is crazy.
It was wild. So any sort of danger I've ever been in has been mostly imagined.
You've never been even in the U.S. and landed in a fucking situation where you're like, oh, shit.
I mean, yeah.
Strangers' cars.
Yeah, Chicago, shit like that. Yeah, I don't want to be around that. But Henry Rollins said this the best once. He goes, I've traveled a lot in my life. He's a great traveler. And he goes, I've been almost killed 3 times. And none of those were outside of America.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like assumed. Rogan was asking me about East Timor, and he was like, how bad is it there? He goes, there were 560 murders last year. And he goes, damn, that's so many. I was like, oh, no, actually, I'm thinking about Chicago. And he was like, oh, but you'll still go to Chicago. Mm-hmm. You'll be like, I'll never go there because of that murder stat, but you'll go to Chicago. I saw Rooster fights there.
You did?
The chicken fights. Damn, that place that might have been my most magical place because it was so uncharted. And I just finished all through Southeast Asia. So then I was looking for I was comfortable enough on my own and I was looking for an adventure. Yeah. And they said that Futumano, the bound foot. And they're like, find it. It's behind near the mall. And I'm just like circling around on my moped. Like, where the fuck is this? And I saw one old man with just walking up the road with a rooster. I'm like, it's got to be him. And I went up ahead of him across the street, waited for him to pass. He kept walking. Took my moped, went up, waited for him to come.
You're doing their
exactly
move
what
now.
they did. Absolutely. And then eventually it cuts into an alley. I'm like, it's got to be that. And there's fucking 30, 40 roosters. They're all fighting them. People are dressed up. They have like upside down crosses on their foreheads. Everyone's gambling.
Are they freaking out that you're there?
Oh yeah. People are trying to teach me the rules. They serve food. Chicken was on the menu, which seemed wrong. Yeah.
That should be though. I mean, that motherfucker's dead.
Corn. I get corn, but
that dude walked his chicken through there, huh?
Yeah,
that's
he
interesting.
lost.
He lost.
Yeah, that chicken lost.
Walk
the rooster
back
lost.
solo.
Yeah, so the winner, the owner of the winner, gets to eat the loser.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes though they get cut up because they put razor blades on them.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
do
so
they
normally
really?
roosters like go at each other. They took one razor blade on, and so when they go like this, they slice their fucking necks or their faces or whatever.
Oh shit!
So it's bloody sometimes, and sometimes they don't even know. They're just like, I'm gonna rooster fight, and then all of a sudden one rooster's like, what the fuck? I'm losing a lot of blood. This is like it's over. Sometimes though, one will be like, I'm not fighting anymore. I'm done, and then they call it. But they'll sew them up right there.
No.
Mm-hmm. If they still can live, they'll sew them up. They'll let them fight another day because sometimes they both get fucked up.
Yeah, imagine, right?
Yeah, they get them all riled at each other. They're like, let me at that motherfucker, like your dog, you know? Imagine if that dog in the moped came by. I was like, let's get him riled up. And he was like, they kept pushing at each other's faces. It's like, I'll fucking kill you.
If my dog barks at anything with wheels, and today, literally, a guy in a motorcycle with a sidecar with a dog in the sidecar, my dog was not having it. Princess was not about that.
What the little ratty nothing. It's like, I'll fucking kill you. Yeah, you keep driving. I'll fucking kill you. Don't bring that shit around here. Dude, East Timor was the fucking greatest. I haven't thought about that place in a while. It was just the greatest.
I had never even heard of it, but there's a rhyme in one of my daughter's books we read, and it's something from East Timor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Timor-Leste, East Timor. It's a split island like Haiti.
Who owns it?
They do. They became free in 2007, I think.
That's like yesterday for a country to be free.
Maybe 2002. But yeah, I mean, it's the people. The guy that was the president then was part of the revolution. I tried to get him on my podcast, my old podcast, and they were like, fill out these forms, and they're like, no. I'm like, damn, I want to know what it's like to be in a revolution.
You have to fill out forms to talk to him?
Because he's like the president. I'm like, it'll be big. It'll get some tourism here. It's just nothing set up. There's one hostel in Dili. That was it. And I remember going all the way to like Jocko Island and then coming back. And I popped a pimple and it like a piece of blood went on my pillow and I was like, whatever. And then I got back and they're like, oh, that's same bucks. You can pay $2 extra for a room with air conditioning. So I'm like, I'll do that. And that fucking blood was still there.
Nah.
I'm like, you guys didn't even clean this. You just changed you just made the bed.
But you've never woken up robbed, missing any of your shit, never a knife to your throat, a gun pulled on you anywhere you've been? Outside of the U.S.
When me and Rogan were in Rio, he was worried about it.
I do hear Rio's a dangerous city. That's one of the ones in worldwide.
And we had a driver slash bodyguard, bulletproof windows, because also he was back then, he was still a target. UFC's in town. He's somewhat of a name, especially in like where he's Joe Hogan in Brazil. He could be a kidnapping target back then. So he was like taking precautions. And he goes, people just rob everybody. And the guy's like, oh, they wouldn't rob the two of you. They're not looking for a fight. They want an old lady.
That makes
sense. They can just grab that person and run. They're not looking to, it's like lighting your house up with lights. They're like, let's go to the next house. So it's just like, if you're drunk, pass out on the street, maybe. But when I went to China, you ever do that China run with Curtain?
Is it all expats? Who are you performing for?
Expats in China proper. In Hong Kong, you get some locals. But once they told me like, oh, Shanghai's the safest. No, you can fall asleep with your wallet in your hand, asleep drunk, and you will wake up with your wallet in your hand. Women can do that. Like there's no violent crime. The punishment's too much and the embarrassment's too much. So once they told me that, it was like setting me free. Oh. That was my first real trip to China. My agent found out. He was like, you want to go places, right? You told me you want to go places. I'm like, yeah. He goes, I got 17 days in China for you. And then it set me free. It opened me up. Once I realized it wasn't unsafe. It's just your like xenophobia,
right?
Telling you like these people are going to do something to you.
Yeah, it's foreign. Everything's different. You don't. Yeah.
I mean, some of the road safety is like more of an issue than like criminals. But yeah, no, nothing's ever happened. You get food poisoning.
Yeah. What's the worst food poisoning? Where?
That was in Myanmar.
What'd you eat? Do you remember?
I was in Shan State. I couldn't narrow it down. So They had these like beaties cigarettes. I saw locals smoking, and I was like, I want to get one. So we went to a market, and I was like, let me have like 3 of those. So like, we sell these by the 200. And I was like, how much is that? And like 40 cents. And I was like, I just want to, like, you're going to cut 40 cents into 3 200ths. So now I'm smoking a ton of them. So that's possible. Those got me nauseous. I ate probably 2 dozen quail eggs because those were good, all fried up in these little pans. Could have been that. Could have been another meal.
2 dozen eggs is probably
the quail eggs, though. They're like that big.
But still, you're doing eggs. It's eggs.
Yeah,
it's a lot of eggs. That's a lot of eggs.
Yeah, and no one's really washing that place. Just dipping in some sewage water and like, let's go
probably
fry
just
another
came
one
out of the quail out back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a meal once, and it was like that was good. But you realize you spent like $3, and you're like, oh, give me another whole meal. So maybe that, and then I just started getting I can feel it coming now. It's like a feeling. And then it was like just throwing up and shitting,
both.
And you got to do it into a fucking shit squat
That's what I'm
toilet.
going to ask you.
Yeah, it's just a hole in the floor with 2 little footprints next to it where you're supposed to stand to piss or shit.
Squat.
And then you got to put your knees on that and just like go for it.
Oh, God. That would make me throw up just doing that. Thinking about that, being that close to all that. Oh, bro.
When you're that sick, we're like, I can't care anymore. It doesn't matter. I'm so sick. And then like, what is it? Barf? Is it shit? Like, it's going to be both. It's both. It's back and forth. And you just got to take the azithromycin. You got to get it down. But if I have a little water, I'm barfing it up.
Yeah.
So you got to like have it slow down a little bit. And then maybe you can get like, just as soon as you barf once, try to get it down so it'll like process. God damn, that fucking sucked. And my friend, my travel partner was just there. He was like doing an impression of me sleeping at night and going,
just like, shivering, freezing.
Yeah. The next day, the shit kicked in. I was a little better. And I was like, maybe I don't have to take the second. Just like 1 a day for 3 days. Maybe I don't have to. And then it's like, it started to come back. I'm like, no. I'm taking it.
Where's the nicest toilets?
I heard Japan.
For you in your travels.
Every once in a while. Well, I like the fucking bum guns. You know the thing in the sink that you can pull up with, and it's got a hose on it, and you could like hit the back, and it like shoots for sinks. And a lot of times they have it in the old days. Mm-hmm. They had that for shitters.
What do you mean? You can just
you pull it up,
your ass?
yeah.
Oh, where's
and
that?
it's like a bidet that it's handheld.
Yeah,
I've been to Bert's and Segura's house where they're the one that moves. You know, the one that's made by fucking slaves or whatever. Those guys live large
for slave asses. Yeah.
No, by slaves for the rich whites. Yeah. But nothing's as good as that bum gun. You control the speed of it, up and down, and where it's gonna go, and you're just clean.
Yeah, where is that on our toilets?
I need it.
How does everyone not shit with water at this point?
Caparillo explained it to me once.
We're just taking toilet paper and just
rubbing it.
Yeah, you think about it. You would, if you had shit on your arm, you wouldn't just do this.
The water.
Yeah.
Caparillo explained it once. He goes, take a little bit of Coca-Cola, just pour it on the table like that. Okay. Wait 10 seconds. Now wipe it up with a napkin. He goes, no, touch it. It's sticky still.
Yeah.
Use water.
Yeah. Just use water.
Yeah. Get some water, wipe it off with that. Yeah. And man, it was great. Those were good in Thailand, but you can't flush toilet paper, but you don't have to because you just bum gun it all. I shit at Griffith Park once with Ryan O'Neal. I was out there, had diarrhea.
In the park?
Yeah. Up in a mountain.
I had a good shit one time. I was 16. I played soccer for the U.S. and we get to go to Europe for a month. And
oh, really?
Edinburgh had
the French.
I want to say the festival. No, they had a tournament.
Okay.
So we're there playing in a soccer tournament, and the mayor invites our team to like their home to have a dinner, and I just had to go, and I was like, I'm dropping this deuce at the mayor's house right now. So.
What?
Yeah. So I just took a shit at the mayor's house in Edinburgh.
The mayor of Edinburgh?
Yeah.
What?
Shit at his house. They were throwing a dinner, and in the middle of the dinner, I had to shit, and I was like, I'm going to go shit at your house.
Dude, when you got to find a bathroom and you just need one, and you're like, where can I go that's usable? And the longer you wait, the lower your line of usable goes down.
Dude, first time I ever had to panic shit outside. It was pouring down rain, of course. I'm in high school. I pull my car over into like a soccer field, and I just go into these bushes. And I do think like poison ivy. I think we had that everywhere. But I pull my pants down. It's pouring. I squat down. I've never done this before, and I don't think to tuck my fucking dick. and I just piss all in my pants. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? You shit out of your pants and pissed on your pants.
Damn.
And then I got to pull my pants up and drive home like that.
You really got to throw out those, piss your pants, not your underpants, your pants.
Yeah,
everywhere. You can't get rid of your pants. You can chuck your underpants. I've done that before.
That's what I did. I used them to wipe and threw them at that point. And I
lost a pair of underpants on a plane once. I sharded a little bit. And I'm like, they're
on
gone.
A plane?
Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone. Them where? Where'd you?
In the trash can of the bathroom, and then I had to lay a bunch of like tissue paper on top of it and like napkins on top because I didn't want the next guy going, "This him."
Yeah, this guy
passing me. I remember the guy who passed me.
Who came out next?
Yeah, so you really got to bury the evidence. Damn, shitting sucks. Why do we still do that? Haven't we moved on past that?
Man, I went. This is like a couple years ago. I had to go. I went to the gas station. I was like, oh man. I go in the gas station, it's locked, but there's a lube oil change right out back. So I go over there and I'm trying to get over there in time. I'm like, oh no, shart all in my pants.
No.
So now I go in, I'm like, God damn it. So I clean up and everything. And I just take the underwear and I just throw them in and I look in, I'm like, oh, they just cleaned this place. And I'm trying to get paper towels to cover it. I just like you. I just threw 5 or 6 paper towels on top. I
shallow
leave,
grip.
Cleaning lady's coming right back, and I was like, nah. She knows.
She knows. She just
she 100% knows.
Well, one guy's been in here.
Yeah.
There was no shit in pants before.
I just left to go grab something else and come back, and now there's shitty underwear in the trash can.
It's like these fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just got pimples the other day. I told my daughter, I was like, Stella, I'm 50. I thought pimples would stop. My 20s or 30s.
Where'd you get one? On your face?
It's right here.
Damn.
You see it?
They're so rewarding. You pop one and you get a little white. You ever hit the mirror?
Yeah, I love the mirrors. They snap. You hear them fucking love it. You can tell if it hurts enough for you.
Yeah.
Get it.
If you don't get it, you're like, you don't get it, you're like, ah, you gotta get it. You gotta release it because you're like, you're getting close. You're in the danger zone. You're like, if I can get it, there'll be no pain. And then you give up and it just sucks.
Dude, thank you for doing this. I always enjoy sitting down.
Buddy, I love you. It's great
I
to see
learned
you.
so much with you.
Yeah.
Plug
Where do you want to go?
Again. Japan is a place I really would love to go. It's Italy, just because I want to go to Italy and see roots and things like that. But Japan for sure. I'd love to go to Australia, but I don't know if the doctors have told me with this blood disease, being on a plane that long could be a problem. Yeah.
Oh yeah. How are they going to land over the ocean?
They don't. You just die on that motherfucker. And from here, I don't know how long Japan is from here.
Japan's
across the Pacific.
Yeah, but it's 6 hours.
Is that
hours.
it?
Yeah,
because
it's the furthest. That's
easy.
I think it's as far as Hawaii, but I'm not sure.
If that's true, then I can definitely go to Japan.
But Australia is 13.
Yeah, that's a full on half a day.
I think I'm going in May.
Are you?
I'm going for a state of origin.
I'd love to go to London and do shows too.
You should.
Yeah, I've never.
You got a market there for sure.
Yeah, I have a lot of UK
cool.
fans.
I got a new podcast. You Be Trippin.
I love that.
Episodes drop, I don't know, whenever. I have no idea. Get your fucking wanderlust up. And that's it. AriShaffir.com, Ari Shaffir on everything. 2 Fs.
I love you, buddy. Thank you, for real.
Yeah, bud. Yeah.
As always, Ryan Sickler on all your social media, Ryan Sickler.
Can I just break in again?
Yeah.
And guys, don't forget Old Bay on French fries. Goes better than you think.
It does. Old Bay and vinegar.
Old Bay and vinegar.
Throw that shit on your eggs and everything. Old Bay, where the fuck you at with the sponsorship? Been working on that for years, bro. Let's step it up. All right.
Come on, Old Bay.
Come on, look here.
We're doing our best. There's no one else you should sponsor.
You got
Old
Lenny
Bay.
Bias and you got Old Bay.
Come on, bro.
This is Maryland as it gets.
Come the F on.
Let's go.
You not want to get into the major markets? You don't want to break into the LA? You want to be the bottom shelf? Like fucking Zatars?
Zatarains.
Or you want to go up a little? You want to be up there near the fucking Tabasco, dude?
Come on, man. Where are you at? Best hot sauce out there right now. Old Bay has a hot sauce.
No.
Look, I'm a homer, obviously, but I'm telling you,
homer, yeah.
it's a good hot sauce with
that flavor?
Yep. It's a perfect, I'm telling you. I got 2 bottles at home right now.
Really?
It's my new favorite hot sauce. All right. That's it. Ryan Sickler on all social media. RyanSickler.com. We'll talk to y'all next week.